Hello everyone, this is Juan Bloisi with Washington Interpreters. I have two topics for you today, so please watch this entire video. First off, the WFSE union is trying to block interpreters from advocating for the Washington Interpreters-sponsored bill designed to provide essential benefits for all interpreters here in Washington state. The second topic concerns the many interpreters who have had enough of the WFSE union and want them to be decertified. We agree that the time has come for you to choose a union that puts us first. And as always, remember to pause the video at any time to read the information you see on the screen. In my last video, I discussed House Bill 2032, a bill drafted by Washington interpreters and designed to ensure essential benefits to both DSHS and L&I interpreters. We decided to take action because the WFSE union failed to negotiate with the state to provide basic protections like mileage reimbursement, payment for no-shows and cancellations, timely payments, and more. However, several WFSE leaders have decided to criticize our efforts, saying that our bill is dead because it was entered into the Washington State Legislature after the consideration date and accusing me of playing political theater to look good for you. Well, they're using other organizations to smear my name and discourage interpreters from advocating for our bill. They have also attacked the legislator who decided to help us introduce our bill. As you know by now, these inflammatory comments and personal attacks are common tactics from WFSE leaders to distract interpreters from their union's shortcomings and incompetence. The reality is that our bill still has a chance, and I'll show you why. You see, WFSE leaders love to mix a little bit of truth with lies in order to deceive you. What you see on the screen right here is the 2025 cutoff calendar for the Washington State Legislature. Bills that don't move forward by the deadlines are most likely done or dead if not considered. So that part is true. However, WFSE leaders neglected to tell you that these quote-unquote dead bills always have a chance to be considered later on. You'll see why. This is an article from The Columbian, a respected independent newspaper here in Washington state. It is a guide to this year's legislative session, which ends on April 27th. The article was published on January 4th earlier this year. The article discusses what typically happens during the legislative session, such as debates and disagreements, and emphasizes that there are many deadlines or cutoff dates. The article reveals that even though cutoffs seem like a strict deadline, lawmakers can find creative ways to revive seemingly dead bills later in the session if they deem the legislation important enough. Well, I happen to believe that our bill offers essential protections that are very important for both DSHS and L&I interpreters, and since lawmakers can still pick up this bill, as you see here, I say we still have a chance. That's why I encouraged all interpreters in my last video to email Representative Liz Berry, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. She is a lawmaker with the power to give our bill a public hearing. You should not give up just because WFSE leaders want you to. In fact, here's a template that you could use to email Representative Berry. You can copy and paste what's on it and add your own words. Find the link to download this template in the description box of this video. Also, use this form to send a message from the template to legislators in your district to support our bill. Find the link to this form also in the description box of this video. And this brings me to the second topic of this video. Many interpreters are officially done with the WFSE union and want them to be decertified. Many interpreters have finally figured out the main priority for the WFSE leaders, which is to save the state money instead of securing benefits for the workers they claim to represent. But this is not new. Take the mileage issue, for example. In 2015, their members attacked WFSE leaders for bargaining away their mileage reimbursement without any regard for their needs, because WFSE leaders are arrogant and think they know better than you. Here you can see how one of their leaders is defending taking away mileage from interpreters. This genius is lecturing interpreters about state funds being limited, saying that interpreters should not be paid to drive, totally misrepresenting why we need mileage. So we're in 2025 now, and neither L&I nor DSHS interpreters have mileage reimbursement from the state, just like the WFSE union have wanted all this time. You can't make this up. On top of that, they always look for opportunities to make money for the state, like back in February last year when they introduced a law to make interpreters pay $600 a year to the Department of Licensing in order to work. This year, they introduced a law requiring FBI fingerprint background checks for interpreters, treating us like criminals instead of trying to help the workers they claim to represent. The WFSE union promises a lot, but they never even make a legitimate effort to deliver anything. In contrast, Washington Interpreters has clear goals to help our interpreting community, and we always try our best because we exist to help our fellow interpreters and will never compromise with the state for less. We put interpreters first. So the time has come to decertify the WFSE union as many interpreters want. You have to choose the only union that puts us first. What you see on the screen is a showing of interest form we have emailed interpreters. Fill out your information as you see on the screen, sign and date it, and then return it to us by texting us a clear, non-blurry picture of the completed form. You can also email or mail it to us. You can also download the form from our website. Go to WashingtonInterpretersLNI.org/decertify WFSE. We have until the end of April to trigger the election to decertify the WFSE union. We need as many signatures as possible, so please sign the form and return it to us immediately. It only takes a couple of minutes. In closing, I want you to please think about this collectively. Many interpreters in our community want an election to decertify the WFSE union, and the Public Employment Relations Commission, or PERC, provides a way for it to happen. Interpreters have had enough of the WFSE union's incompetence and want change. So please sign the form to let us all decide collectively. It's not about you or me, it's about all of us. In the meantime, you have the right to opt out of WFSE and stop paying union dues. We must get rid of this horrible union. Go to optouttoday.com/WFSE1671 to do so and keep your hard-earned money. See you in the next one.